Hi, and welcome to ABC's film. I'm Barry. This is Alex.
Hello.
Now, the original idea that we had for this show was we were going to sit through all of the films that have won Best Picture at the Oscars, but we've recorded a few films. Well, we're up to 1948, so that's 22 films, and most of the footage that we've recorded is unusable because we're amateur. So the setup that we have now we think is okay, but what we're gonna do is watch a piece of shit Terminator Genisys, and which I've seen before, but Alex has only seen a little bit of because he turned it off.
I got halfway through it and it was terrible.
Yeah, so we're gonna try this setup that we have. Hopefully all of the recording works well, and this will be our first episode, and then after this it will be mostly Best Picture winners. Mostly.
With pieces of shit interspersed.
Yeah.
Just because.
Basically, if we think it'll be entertaining to watch us watch it, we'll record it. So anyway, hopefully you enjoy. This is Terminator Genisys. So Alex, you've just watched James Cameron's favourite film.
I'm just a fanboy. So I'm in a dark theater, movie starts.
The machine sent a Terminator back to the time before the war to kill my mother, Sarah Connor.
Emilia Clarke.
Emilia Clarke's really bad. No, I haven't seen Game of Thrones and I heard she is quite good in that.
I haven't seen Game of Thrones either.
So we can judge, but this is the only thing I've seen her in and I don't like her very much.
She's terrible. She looks nothing like Linda Hamilton.
She's too short for a start, and I don't want to be like, I'm a short person, so I don't want to be like, prejudiced against short actors.
A Jack Reacher.
But she hasn't got the imposingness that Linda Hamilton did in the second one.
Sure, but she also doesn't have the sort of everyday adult
Yeah, absolutely.
thing that she had in the first one either. She's just a kid, which would have made a better film.
Absolutely. That's a good idea actually for a film.
What?
Having young Sarah Connor. We can't go to the shops, Linda Connor.
Like a little toddler one. Terminator's like, cue Bob.
Yeah. What do I do with this swaddling cloth and this napkin?
Because that could bring in some humour, that sort of shitty humour they have in Terminator films now.
But only just a little bit.
Yeah, where
Just
it's
a
like,
little bit.
I think it would be great, baby Terminator film, where somebody's like, no, she's crying, you have to burp her, and he's like,
Slaps her heart out through her chest.
Oh my god! Oh my dear Jesus Christ!
Jason Clarke, I actually liked as John Connor, but I hated him as Terminator.
He wasn't very imposing. He had like a shit-eating grin on for the
Yeah,
vast
he was just sort
majority
of
the
like,
time.
come and live with me. This is the best way. Join us. And he looks too much like Matthew Perry.
I agree completely.
Like if Matthew
really
Perry
awkward.
and Michael Madsen had a kid. What do you think about J.K. Simmons?
Goddamn time-traveling robots covering up their goddamn tracks. Knew it.
I like J.K. Simmons a lot, but I don't see the point of his character in this film.
I didn't see the point of his character at all.
Yeah.
But I loved that he was in it, and I loved that you could tell he was just having a wild time.
I get the impression they cast him before they knew what to do with him.
I swear they must have cast him as Dr. Silverman.
There must have been.
Because he
would fit that
yeah,
part
he's
quite well.
so perfect for Silverman.
But why didn't Silverman come back?
I don't know. Is that guy still alive?
I think he is.
Should I look up.
No. You can put it on the screen.
What are you gonna bet?
I bet he's alive.
So Jai Courtney.
He left absolutely no impression on me.
No, he didn't me either. What I don't get understand is with the casting of Emilia Clarke and Jai Courtney, is they look and act nothing like Linda Hamilton and Michael Biehn.
Michael Biehn was very over the top, and that's what I quite liked about the character, even though the character of...
Michael Biehn was bad,
Yeah, absolutely.
but he wasn't that bad.
Yeah,
Machines don't feel pain. I do.
Rest in peace, Michael Biehn.
Nice to about.
Who's the one who died? Is it Michael Biehn?
Was it the guy who
died?
played Dr. Silverman?
No, Michael Biehn. I swear Michael Bihn's dead.
Michael Bihn's not dead.
Who's the other one? Who's the guy in Alien?
Michael Biehn.
He's dead.
No, Aliens. You know about Bill Paxton?
Bill Paxton's dead. Oh shit, Barry. They're the same person, aren't they? They look so similar.
They look nothing alike.
You mean the guy from Independence Day?
Bill Pullman.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
This is a big rabbit hole, Barry.
There's a storm coming and it won't be stopped.
But it has to be. You know what will happen. You better than anyone.
I can't be bargained with. Can't be reasoned with.
John, please.
I don't feel pity or remorse or fear.
John, please!
And I absolutely will not stop ever until Skynet rules this world.
Rule this.
Callbacks to all the lines, as we mentioned before, like they're completely out of place, and you can tell they're not germane to the story or natural. It's just like, oh, we're going to say things that happen. Like at one point, John Connor says, like, I am about remorse. You know it better than I do.
Yeah, it doesn't feel remorse, it doesn't feel pity or fear or pain. And John Connor says that, but is that then like a poem in the future?
It's not even like it's word for word. It's not even like an allusion to it. Like, you know, I will not stop. I will not.
Yeah.
Like, you cannot stop me, or something.
And it's
like
something that Kyle Reese said to Sarah Connor,
but they don't explain
just
it
on
so
the fly.
It's like you can retcon that in there and be like, well, maybe like I can see this on a shitty internet forum somewhere. Maybe it's a poem in the future that they all.
You mean
write.
like I just said?
But you know what I mean? Like it's a like that would explain it in
Yeah.
the universe, but you know it's only there because.
I
hey,
actually
they
quite
said
like
this.
that explanation. That would be cool.
Yeah, but this is like
art in
this is
the
all.
future.
Yeah, this is almost like, you know, Star Wars Apocrypha. It's just like let's explain things that don't make sense in the films.
Yeah, yeah.
You know.
I mean, the only art we know of is that kid watches a TV on fire.
Yeah. They never really explore the future, not particularly. But I mean, obviously they didn't Terminator Salvation, but it wasn't very good, so we're going to ignore that.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like you never like see like the infrastructure, how the system works. It's just kind of like, oh, we're fighting.
Oh god, in Terminator Salvation when he jumps out of that plane to go into a submarine because that's where like
Oh,
the
yeah.
HQ is.
I can't remember. I need to watch that again as well. No, we don't. It's
Does he
terrible.
put? He's got to put like an oxygen mask on or something.
Oh, I
does
don't know. I literally just think like he's talking to people and then he just jumps out after.
Yeah.
That's what I feel like
he? It's kind of
happens.
like, bye.
Yeah. But the less said about Terminator Salvation, the better, I think. And you also mentioned during the film as well, like they turn up in 1984, the first Terminator turns up, isn't it? They turn up and it's like they're barely ready for it. Like he has a chance to talk to those punks before like they catch him.
And you would think that she would just be on the rooftop. This is a theme in this film, that they're shit with time. Like they've got a time machine. They can go back to whatever point they want, and they're always fucking late.
Like Arnie, like when he sends them forward in time, he's like, I've got one appointment in 23 years. I've got to be at this place and this time. He's fucking late.
Yeah, because he's in a traffic jam.
Yeah.
And we know that Terminators will just shut down and go. So he could have just done that on the bridge.
This is why he was laid off in construction, Barry, because he was always fucking late for his job. Oh, traffic, I'm sorry.
He doesn't mention that he was laid off though. He mentions he had a job. He might still work.
I know he does. He does mention he got laid off.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, he's like, oh, what have you done for the past 23 years? I worked construction. What happened? Got laid off. He probably went in and made like the workplace so fucking efficient that everyone got laid off and everyone fucking hated him.
How fast can he go if he's working like on a conveyor belt thing? Because he just and it's done.
This is the thing, we've never seen Arnold Schwarzenegger as the Terminator like actually try and blend in properly. Yeah, I mean not for the comedy side of things, but he's never like, oh, you've got to be a police officer for like 6 weeks.
Yeah, that's
you know, and he's not like, oh, I am going to fill out the form. Like if he's working on construction. Yeah, if he's like on a construction site, is he going like, here, let me carry that girder? Oh, I cannot carry girders.
I mean, oh no, I require assistance.
Yes, help me with that girder. We do a really bad Arnie impression, by the way. There could be some cool scenes in the future where Arnold's like, oh, I've got to infiltrate this strip club, and then he like becomes a stripper to infiltrate the strip club or something.
Terminator 3.
Does that happen in Terminator 3?
Yeah.
But does he change?
No, he doesn't turn into a stripper, so to speak, but he walks into a strip club naked.
Oh, I can't remember that.
You know, and
it's so unmemorable, Barry.
There's a stripper on stage, and Arnie walks up to him, and he says, like, give me your clothes, and he's like, patience, honey. Don't you remember that?
We've come so far, haven't we? Ever since that film was released.
It's great. Because that's because then the guy goes, you know, talk to the hand, and then later on somebody gives Arnie
Talk
some
to the
grief.
hand.
Yeah, and then it starts playing some hip hop song that was written by the director.
Talk to the hand.
Funky, that funky man, funky, funky, that funky man, wobble, wobble.
One of the things that I was actually impressed watching through is Alex and I have this thing that we do whenever watching a film. When we notice a special effect, we'll go fake, and we didn't do that very often all the way through.
Yeah, as much as I didn't like the T. John Connor, like the whole nanobot kind of design he had, I thought was quite.
I thought it was excellent. I loved that bit with the MRI machine. It's like,
Yeah.
and then later on when he's hitting
Yeah.
Arnie and the camera's going ape shit, and he just like hits him like 7 times because of the nanobots. I thought that was really cool.
What would a good reboot have looked like to you?
I have an idea for what my 4th one would have been.
Your 4th one?
Terminator Salvation.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Right. You know at the end of Terminator 3, they land at Crystal Peak, that like army base.
Yeah, yeah,
And they go into the underground bunker.
Yeah, and it still happens, and it's like, it's
Right, and then Judgment Day happens,
Yeah.
and they're there contacting the army. Well, my idea for a start off of Terminator 4 is first of all show the nukes going off, but properly show the nukes going off. That's
Yeah.
like a great intro for it. But then they're at Crystal Peak, and that's like their central base.
Okay.
Right, and they've got like loads of army people have made it there and stuff like that, and they've got like a little underground community going there, like you see in the first one.
Yeah,
you know, it's
yeah.
like it's fucking ruined because all of the stuff was old when they started, right? But they're getting their asses kicked by Terminators, so they need to go back to the military base, that you know where that magnet was and nearly
Yeah.
killed the TX. They need to go back there to look for weaponry. So they send like a scout team there, and when they're there, they discover like the human farms and stuff like that, because that is like Skynet Central. And that was kind of like my idea for like a start.
That would have been quite good.
Yeah. Alright, so that was our first episode of ABC's film. Hopefully you found it entertaining. If you did, hit like and subscribe. If you didn't, don't. We don't really care.
I mean, I care, but you know.
Be nice if you
don't
liked it. We want you to like it, but if you don't, just don't watch the next episode.
Send us a mean comment if you don't like it. I hear that's what you do on this channel.
Yeah.
Site, rather. You can do it on the channel too.
I got a death threat on YouTube.
Cut.
Every night I bring her Frankfurt sandwiches, Frankfurt sandwiches. How my baby loves those Frankfurt sandwiches, Frankfurt sandwiches. I try to win her with candy, ice cream and custard. But how she likes hot dogs with mustard.
I fuck a Terminator.
I absolutely would fucking tell
Yeah.
you. Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's kind of like something the films miss really, is that they would get to sex robots before they got to Terminators. People will be trying to have sex with robots a long time before they build robots to kill people.
No, I feel like the army probably has more advanced technology than like real dolls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I also feel like as soon as that technology becomes widely available, it's going straight in a sex doll.